Kei ngā mātā waka, ara, kei ngā hau e whā, e aere tata mai ki runga o Rorohiko, ka tau mai te tau pāruru ki runga i te wanganui ātara, ara, kei raro i te parerau o te mate uruta. O ti anō kia tātou e kawe atu rā tēnei kaupapa waka ira ira i te pōnei. Ara, ko wai te hunga ka uitohu i tēnei pō. O ti anō te mūraua te tini, te wena raua te mano. Tō reira, kei ngā mātāwaka, kei ngā kainga, huri rauna i te mautere o Aotearoa. Tō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Ara, huri atu te pō ki te wai au ki te ao mārama nei. Tēnā koutou, e rarau mai nei.
Usi mai mama Sicila! Se fa pianti! Ali! Quanto mai sai? Ma le pacifica! Uama! Uama! Cazzo a carusau!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your MCs for this evening, Jason Pine and Paula
Kia ora koutou, nau mai, haere mai, ko Jason Pine toko ingoa, nō reira, tēnā koto, tēnā tātou katoa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Dominion Post Wellington Sport and Recreation Awards, presented by Nuku Ora.
I ngā mana, i ngā reo rangatira mā, tēnā koutou katoa. E mihi ana ki te ati awa, taranaki whānui, ki te opoku o te ika. Ko Paula Tisiriro toku ingoa, te kaihutu tika huatanga mō te kāhui tika tangata ki Aotearoa. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
It is our very great pleasure to be your hosts for this evening's very special event.
Tonight is special, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 41st anniversary of this event. And tonight, because of COVID last year, we are celebrating 2 years of achievement. I want to thank firstly that stunning opening performance of the Sasa, a traditional Samoan dance reflecting the vibrant diversity of our region. I want to thank the New Zealand School of Dance and Toi Whakaari for their performance of the Sasa, choreographed by Tupi Lualua from Le Moana. Nuku Ora would like to extend a warm welcome to all our online viewers this evening. As the current custodians of these awards, Nuku Ora is your regional sports trust, with a vision for everyone in our region to be happy and healthy. Nuku Ora have cared for this event on your behalf for the past 20 years. To officially welcome you on behalf of the team behind the awards, I'd like to invite now to the stage the Chief Executive of Nuku Ora, Phil Gibbons.
Tēnā koutou katoako, tēnei te mihi kia koutou. Welcome everyone to the Dominion Post Sport and Recreation Awards. Instead of the gala dinner that we'd planned for the awards, based on government guidelines, we are delivering a virtual edition of the awards this evening. This event is being live streamed and is available to everyone around the country to tune into. People will be able to watch the awards on the Wellington Sport Awards website and on our Nuku Ora Facebook page. The team at Nuku Ora have in the last 6 hours taken an event that was to be delivered in person to 830 people enjoying a 3-course meal to one that's now being live streamed with no audience. The team involved have been nothing short of superb, as have our sponsors and our suppliers in supporting us this afternoon. For those that had purchased a ticket for tonight's awards, we will be processing refunds as per our refund policy. We are also working with our catering company to donate the food from the event to local charities. It's been a difficult day for everyone, but we're looking forward to still being able to celebrate the achievement of many in the sport and recreation area tonight across 14 categories from right across the Wellington region, and with the incredible support from our sponsors. We will be exploring opportunities in the future to celebrate and acknowledge all of tonight's winners in person. We were fortunate enough to have been given and be able to induct our sport legends of Wellington in a ceremony yesterday afternoon. They've all had permanent plaques unveiled at the rugby centre in Kilburnie. Okay, let's get started with tonight's Dominion Post Sport and Recreation Awards live streaming event. As a reflection of the developing trends and shifting priorities in our communities, tonight we will celebrate not only the achievements in sport, but also contributions from individuals and organisations in getting people active through recreation. Through our 14 categories, there are 65 finalists representing 28 organisations from across the region. Tonight is not only about acknowledging our finalists and their successes, but also about the challenges that they've overcome with the support of their friends, family, coaches, administrators, and volunteers who have helped them on their journey. As your Regional Sports Trust, we are pleased to be bringing to you not only a more inclusive and community-focused event, but to be delivering it as Nuku Ora. In March this year, we rebranded from Sport Wellington to Nuku Ora to better reflect the purpose of our organisation, the intent of our deed, and the mahi that we have and continue to do every day in support of the communities in our region. As an organisation, we've been working in the sport, health and recreation area for 30 years. But because our name has not always reflected our mahi and people perceive that all we were doing was sport, there was a change. Sport is important to the well-being of this region and remains a key component of our work, as you can see here tonight. However, communities are telling us that they also want more diverse ways to be active. They want opportunities to play, to undertake active recreation, active transport, and sport. We know all of these have a role to play in improving the well-being of the communities in our region. I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors for tonight, especially our naming rights sponsor, the Dominion Post. Thank you for not only supporting tonight's event, but for all the work, Anna, who is the Chief Executive at the Dominion Post, that you and your team do in support of sport and the communities in our region. I look forward to seeing this increase, Anna, under your leadership. A special thanks and acknowledgement to Kura Marahu for opening tonight's occasion. Having mana whenua as part of our proceedings is a real privilege and one that we hold in very high regard. Thank you to Sport New Zealand, the 3 local district health boards in our region, the 8 councils and the various trusts for your ongoing support of Nuku Ora. I'd like to also thank the entire team at Nuku Ora, the board, the staff and the volunteers for your commitment and the enthusiasm with which you carry out your work. It's an absolute pleasure to work alongside you as we serve our community. A special thanks to John Grieve and Paddy Pearce, our events team, for bringing together tonight and delivering what I know will be an outstanding event. And finally, thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoy the evening. Congratulations to all of tonight's finalists, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Wonderful, thank you very much indeed, Phil. Great array of sponsors and supporters for this event as always. Let's get underway with the awards. Every category has between 4 and 6 finalists tonight. We're going to go through the finalists for each category and then reveal our winner. We're going to start with the Fortune Favours Volunteer of the Year Award. Fortune Favours is a Wellington-based brewery and bar on Leeds Street. It takes boldness, bravery and some say a bit of luck to succeed. At Fortune Favours, they believe you create your own luck and that you make your own fortune. The Fortune Favours Volunteer of the Year Award finalists are Dean Eager, football; Joe O'Neill, rowing; John Morgan, golf; Marshall Clark, athletics; Rayana Taiaroa, softball; and Rochelle Roddick, cricket and hockey. And the winner of the Fortune Favours Volunteer of the Year Award is Dean Eager.
Dean's commitment and dedication to football in the region is unrivalled, with over 50 years of service to the sport. Dean has worked on various capital football committees, looking at football in the Wellington region, as well as having a large input into the new National League structure with New Zealand Football. At the same time, Dean has been running Western Suburbs Football Club, ensuring football is available to everyone in the Porirua region.
Congratulations, Dean Eager. He is the Fortune Favours 2021 Volunteer of the Year.
Our second award this evening is the BDO Official of the Year Award for 2021. BDO are a global audit, tax and advisory accounting firm who love all things sport. BDO have been sponsors of this award for over a decade, and during their tenure have witnessed the incredible commitment of our region's sporting officials. This year's finalists continue in that proud tradition. The finalists for the BDO Official of the Year are Corey Black, cricket; Gareth Fowler, netball; Josh Bowring, netball; Michelle Wolfe, gymnastics. And the winner is Josh Bowring.
Josh relocated from Australia to advance his umpiring in New Zealand and quickly progressed to being appointed to the ANZ Premiership and then to the 2019 Netball World Cup. His knowledge for the game was recognised by being named ANZ Premiership Umpire of the Year in 2019 and 2020, along with being selected as the grand final official for both of those years as well.
Congratulations, Josh Bowring, your 2021 BDO Official of the Year.
Up next is the award to recognise leadership in the sport and recreation sector, the Trish McKelvey Leadership Award, supported by Outward Bound New Zealand. The winner of this category also receives entry onto a 5-day professional Outward Bound course valued at close to $4,000. Outward Bound is one of New Zealand's leading organisations for showing people their full potential through shared adventures in Te Ao Toroa, the natural world. Their focus lies in building transferable skills and attitudes that remain far beyond our participants' time with them. Lessons learned are applicable to work, study, home, and they last for life. The finalists for the 2021 Trish McKelvey Leadership Award are Bailey Te Maipi, Brendan Owens, Cam Mitchell, Chris Kingston, and Tim Shanahan. And the winner of the 2021 Trish McKelvey Leadership Award is Bailey Te Maipi.
Bailey identified the unique needs of the female skate community, establishing her own skate school, Wahine Skate, whilst becoming one of the founders of a wider skate collective, Māori Girls Skate Co. In her short time running her own business, Bailey has already taught over 500 young people to skate and has also been heavily involved in the skate community's submissions to the Wellington City Council long-term plan, advocating for increased investments in skate parks.
Congratulations, Bailey Te Maipi, your 2021 recipient of the Trish McKelvey Leadership Award.
We now move on to Wellington City Council's Community Initiative of the Year Award for 2021. This is a new category for these awards, aimed at acknowledging some of the inspiring work taking place across the communities in our region. I have a message to read from Mayor Andy Foster, who would have been presenting this award this evening. He says, "I am sorry we can't be meeting and sharing the spirit of these awards in person. However, there is no doubting the positive impact that the finalists in this year's Community Initiative of the Year Award have made to the well-being of our community through projects promoting physical activity. Wellington City Council is proud to be the inaugural sponsor of the Community Initiative Award, and we congratulate all nominees and finalists. Tonight we spotlight 5 finalists, but in doing so acknowledge the need to work together when building and sustaining community and individual resilience and well-being. The finalists for the 2021 Wellington City Council Community Initiative of the Year are Faye Walker, Noho Fitness, the Shift Foundation, Wellington Boys and Girls Institute, Wellington City Mission, and Yeah, Girls Wellington. And the winner is the Shift Foundation.
The Shift Foundation uses a co-design philosophy to create and deliver programs alongside young women across the Wellington region with an aim to improve their holistic well-being. Just Shift It uses the elements of strong relationships, a safe place, freedom and autonomy to benefit different aspects of young women's well-being and levels of participation in physical activity. The Te Toaronga program enables kohine Māori to explore their hauora journey and connection to whenua.
Congratulations to the Shift Foundation, your Wellington City Council Community Initiative of the Year for 2021.
Our next award is the Stuff Personality of the Year Award, and this one is voted on by you, the public. Nuku Ora received a record number of votes this year, reflecting the support Wellingtonians have for athletes who contribute positively to the culture of sport, both on and off the field. The category sponsor, Stuff, is the biggest media organisation in the country, covering both online and print media, including the Dominion Post, of course, and the Sunday Star Times. Stuff is also the biggest name when it comes to sports coverage, with a dedicated team of 22 sports journalists telling the sports stories that matter the most. They thank everyone for their incredible dedication to sport in the capital and wish tonight's finalists all the very best. And here they are, the finalists in the Stuff Personality of the Year Award category. Ben Wayne, football. Devon Conway, cricket. Duplessis Karifi, rugby. Jordan Ngatai, basketball. Sophie Devine, cricket. And Whitney Souness, netball. And the Stuff Personality of the Year for 2021 is Ben Wayne.
Ben has enjoyed a breakout season for the Wellington Phoenix Football Club, becoming the youngest Nix to score 5 goals or more in a season, and only the 4th Phoenix player to score a goal in 4 straight matches. Ben enjoys being involved in the local community, and this season has made appearances at multiple events, including football clinics and youth outreach activities, always with a big smile on his face.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Ben Wayne, the winner of the 2021 Stuff Personality of the Year Award.
It is now my pleasure and honour to introduce the next award, the Landtech Lifetime Contribution Award. Landtech are an IT managed services business that have been supporting Wellington businesses for more than 35 years and are proud to sponsor this Lifetime Contribution Award. The recipient of this special award does not know that he is about to receive it. I'm going to read a citation about him, but I want to first name the recipient of this really special, incredible award. It will be going to George Leipold. George Leipold played for the Randwick's Kingfishers Club from the time he was 5 years old. While still a teenager at Taita College, he was selected to play for the Randwick Premier side in the Wellington Rugby League competition and represented Wellington from 1979 to 1992. In 2012, he was named in the Wellington Rugby League Team of the Century. He was selected for Central Districts in 1982. In 1987, he played for a New Zealand 15 before being selected to tour Australia with New Zealand Kiwis. He played 6 tests for the Cook Islands in the Pacific Cup held in Rarotonga in 1986. George Leipold retired as a player in 1996 after 20 years of Premier and Representative League. His involvement has never waned since hanging up his boots, coaching the Kingfishers at Premier level for a couple of seasons and guiding the Randwick women's team to grand final success. He has also served as a committee member and chairperson for the Randwick Club. A move to Christchurch saw his involvement with Canterbury Rugby League, where he was responsible for developing club capability in that region. He championed a highly successful alcohol-free sidelines campaign. As a senior Level 3 qualified coach, George has been responsible for driving coaching capability development in our region. This year, 50 coaches have undertaken development workshops that he facilitated through the Wellington Rugby League region. He continues to contribute to the game with thought leadership and strategic advice to the Wellington Rugby League administration. He continues to also serve as a mentor to many people in the game. Player well-being and putting whānau first has been a hallmark of his volunteer work in the game. I want to honour and congratulate George Leipold as being our Landtech Lifetime Contribution Award recipient. Congratulations, George.
Fantastic. Congratulations on behalf of all of us, George. We're now going to prepare the stage for our next very special performance, ladies and gentlemen. So grab a beverage of your choice, I guess, and join us again in just a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that an amazing performance? Thank you, Rosetta Hendry, for that incredible show.
Yep, absolutely fantastic. The second of our wonderful performances tonight, the first of which was the one that opened the show, and we do apologise that there may have been a couple of technical issues as we opened the event tonight with that performance, but we thank you very much indeed for tuning in and joining us here on the live stream, and I hope you're enjoying not only the performances but celebrating some fantastic Wellington sporting success as well. That continues now with our next two awards, a special part of the evening where we honour Wellington's rising stars. While all of our categories tonight were extremely difficult to judge, these two in particular were probably the most challenging of all, as the judges had to, first of all, narrow down the incredible list of nominations to just a few finalists, and then somehow try to select a winner. It proved yet again that the future of sport in our region is in very safe and extremely talented hands. Up first, we have the Wellington SportsMed Emerging Sportsman of the Year. Wellington SportsMed would like to acknowledge their founder, Dr. Ruth Hyatt, who flew up from her home in Wanaka to join us for the awards tonight and catch up with so many from the sporting community who she's been involved with over so many years. Unfortunately, with the change of alert levels, she wasn't able to reunite with quite as many people as she had hoped. Wellington SportsMed, though, are really happy to be sponsoring the Emerging Sportsman Award because it's a group of athletes whose journey they are very familiar with. Here are the finalists for the Wellington SportsMed Emerging Sportsman of the Year category. Ben Wayne, football. Jack Silver, water skiing. Liam Lamb, athletics. Ruben Love, rugby. Sam Brown, swimming. And Will Anthony for athletics and cross country. The Wellington SportsMed Emerging Sportsman of the Year for 2021 is Ben Wayne.
Ben has only just turned 20 years old, but has made the significant breakthrough in becoming a regular starter for the Wellington Phoenix, having worked his way through the club's academy, reserves and through to the first team. In addition to his achievements at club level, Ben represented New Zealand at the Under-20 World Cup in Poland, where they reached the final 16 teams.
Congratulations, Ben Wayne, your Wellington SportsMed Emerging Sportsman of the Year for 2021.
And up next, we have the Speedy Signs Wellington Central Emerging Sportswoman of the Year. With more than a few years of experience in the game, Speedy Signs can talk you through your options and create signs that suit your business and leave a lasting impression. Whether you're after a couple of signs for seasonal promotion or signs for multiple buildings and a full fleet of vehicles, Speedy Signs Wellington Central can take care of your project from first conversation to final installation. The finalists for the Speedy Signs Emerging Sportswoman of the Year are Alice Fahey, rowing. Diana Galloway, squash. Elizabeth Hewitt, athletics. Erin Knox, paraswimming. Lace Tangiano, softball. And Paris Lokotui, netball. And the winner is Paris Lokotui.
Paris Lokotui is a rising young talent with outstanding natural ability for the game of netball. After winning the 2019 and 2020 championships with Central Manawa and going on to vice-captain the New Zealand Under-21 side, Paris was named as part of the Central Pulse team for 2021.
Congratulations, Paris Lokotui, your Speedy Signs Wellington Central Emerging Sportswoman of the Year award winner for 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to a very special part of the evening, the 2021 induction of the Gibson Sheet Lawyers Sports Legends of Wellington, recognising icons of Wellington sport who have made an indelible impact on our community through their accomplishments as an athlete. Since 2003, 56 athletes have received recognition as Sports Legends of Wellington, and we have 4 more to induct tonight. Gibson Sheet is delighted to sponsor these awards because they love sport and absolutely believe in the benefits that sport brings to individuals and to communities. Gibson Sheet have a significant involvement in the sports sector through their specialist sports law team, where they assist athletes, local clubs and regional and national sport and recreation entities to be the very best they can be. They welcome and congratulate our wonderful new legends of Wellington sport. They're people who inspire us all to be our very best. Our first inductee was born in Hawke's Bay and, like many young Kiwis, enjoyed a variety of sport as a youngster, but was drawn to swimming and triathlons before concentrating his energy on study and a career in finance. He moved to Wellington as a 21-year-old at the end of the 1980s and began competing again in multi-sport and swimming. During a training ride on the Hutt motorway, his handlebars snapped, throwing him off his bike and causing excruciating pain in his lower back. He underwent surgery as doctors looked for a slipped disc, which they believed was the reason for the pain. They found his spinal cord was swollen but didn't explore why, and chipped away some bone on the inside of his vertebrae to relieve the pressure. Some 15 months later, they found a spinal tumour that had been growing for more than 4 years, which needed to be removed. This involved cutting some nerve roots, causing loss of feeling, and meant this extremely active 22-year-old was told that he would never walk again. Amid an understandably and unimaginably dark time, he found great support from his family, most notably his now wife, Shane, and a former swim coach in Hawke's Bay, John Beaumont, both of who talked in terms of what was now possible, rather than what was not. Soon the concept of Paralympic swimming came onto his radar, with high-profile international events possible for elite competitors. In early 1993, he began training and competing, and in late 1994 attended his first international event, the Asian Games in Beijing, where he gained an understanding of his ability compared to top swimmers in Asia, and discovered he was well and truly on a par with them, if not even a little bit ahead. That whet his appetite for the big one, the 1996 Paralympic Games in Atlanta. He ramped up his training exponentially, and at a test event in Atlanta a year before the Games, he gained exposure to American competitors for the first time, and again realised he was very much in the mix. In 1996, he went to the Paralympic Games to compete in 6 events. 100-metre backstroke, bronze. 50-metre freestyle, silver. 50-metre butterfly, gold. 100-metre freestyle, gold. 200-metre freestyle, gold. 200-metre individual medley, gold. 6 events, 6 medals, including 4 golds, one of the greatest achievements in our Paralympic and, in fact, in our sporting history. He moved from competitor to high-ranking administrator and was chef de mission of the New Zealand Paralympic team in Beijing in 2008 and again at London in 2012, describing the experience of helping others chase their dreams as more rewarding than his own success. In the week just gone, he was appointed to the board of Sport New Zealand. He overcame adversity to achieve remarkable personal success and then used his influence for the betterment of others. Our first inductee tonight into the Gibson Sheet Wellington Sports Legends is Dwayne Cale. Our next inductee grew up in Tawa. She was the youngest of 9 children to Frank and Margaret, and from a young age played all sorts of sport, including softball and rugby. In fact, at the age of 11, she was the first girl to play in a boys' rugby team at the Tawa Rugby Club. But Dad Frank, a mad, keen golfer who encouraged all of his children to caddy for him at one time or another, wanted one of his kids to leave a legacy in that sport. And from the time he handed his youngest daughter a golf club-shaped stirrer from his drink when she was just a toddler, it seemed meant to be. She earned a trade in screen printing, but was diagnosed with industrial asthma, which at the time had her life expectancy cut to around 50 years old. She decided to get fit, hit the gym to build her muscles, and hit golf balls every day, as well as taking a greater interest in the game of golf internationally, with Ben Hogan a particular favourite. At the age of 21, she attended the national championships with brother Martin as her caddy. She duly won the tournament and set her sights on becoming a professional. She represented New Zealand in the Espirito Santo Trophy in 1992 and again in 1994 before turning pro, managed and caddied by her longtime friend Gail Allport. She played initially on the Telia Tour, winning her first tournament in 1998. That same year at the Austrian Open on the full European Tour, she entered the final round tied with the great Laura Davies and won the tournament, shooting 13 under. She entered the Ladies European Tour full-time and quickly became known as one of the real characters of the women's game, but also one of the best. She won back-to-back French Opens in 2002 and again in 2003 and was fifth on the Ladies European Tour Order of Merit that year. She won the Spanish Open in 2006, had 4 wins on the Australian Tour and represented New Zealand in the 2005, 06 and 07 Women's World Cups of Golf. In all, she placed in the top 27 times on the European Tour Order of Merit and amassed over 60 top 10 finishes worldwide. She retired from the European Tour in 2013 and played her last tournament at the New Zealand Open in 2016. She now lives in Titahi Bay and coaches occasionally, but is more likely to be found helping her neighbours out in their gardens. Hers has been a sporting triumph of immense skill, but also a strength of spirit. And as her one-time sports psychologist emailed me this week, having skill in itself is not enough. What set her apart was alignment of mind, body and spirit. When she started out in golf, her dad said, "Don't worry about how you play, just play." And boy, could she play. Our second inductee into the Wellington Sports Legends is Lynette Brookie. Our third inductee was born in Upper Hutt, but grew up in Porirua, attending Tairangi School, Waitangaroa Intermediate and Aotea College. She was involved in athletics from a young age, throwing shot put and discus at numerous Colgate Games and New Zealand secondary school championships. As a fourth former, she met iconic New Zealand discus thrower Beatrice Faumuina and was struck by just how tall she was and began to wonder whether she would have the necessary height to make it to the top in the throwing disciplines. After twisting her ankle in a lunchtime game of touch, she was told by Aotea College guidance counsellor and weightlifting coach Gary Marshall that weightlifting would help her rehab, as well as gain strength for athletics. It soon became obvious that she was well suited to the sport of weightlifting and very, very good at it. A month or so after she started taking it seriously, at the age of just 14, she attended the New Zealand Senior Weightlifting Champs and won the national title. She travelled around New Zealand to Australia and across Oceania, where she continued to win competitions. While she was still too young to drive, she qualified for the Junior World Weightlifting Champs in Poland, where she finished fourth. In 1997, she again attended the Junior World Champs, this time in South Africa as the only New Zealand competitor, and broke the Junior World Record, which she describes as her greatest sporting achievement. Moving to the senior ranks, she attended World Championships in Turkey in 1998 and Greece in 1999, and through her consistent performances earned qualification for the first ever Women's Olympic weightlifting competition at Sydney 2000, where she found out her roommate was to be none other than Beatrice Faumuina. At the Olympic Games, she achieved personal bests in both the snatch and the clean and jerk, which earned her an 8th placed finish. 2 years later, at the Commonwealth Games in Manchester, she won a silver medal in the snatch and 2 bronzes in the clean and jerk, and combined total to become one of New Zealand's most successful weightlifters at that level. Injuries to her knees curtailed her career, and while she continued competing, in her words, life took over as she spent some time in the UK and officially retired from competitive weightlifting in 2006, while still occasionally coaching and mentoring promising young lifters. She's now a teacher and lives in Porirua. She and husband Clay are parents to Eleanor, who's 20, twins Madison and Clayton, who are nearly 13, and 9-year-old Logan. From a chance conversation with a weightlifting coach at secondary school to the heights of breaking world records, winning multiple national and international accolades, and producing outstanding performances at Olympic and Commonwealth Games, she is an icon of New Zealand women's weightlifting and another very worthy inductee into the Wellington Sports Legends. Olivia Lee Nee Baker. And our final inductee this year was born in Lower Hutt, grew up playing rugby and then excelled at rugby league, where he made with the Wainuiomata Lions side, the Wellington under-16 and under-17 teams and the Junior Kiwis. But in his early 20s, he made the switch back to rugby, joining the Petone club and quickly becoming a fixture in the Wellington provincial side, topping the try-scoring charts in 3 successive seasons. His selection in the inaugural Hurricanes squad in 1996 was inevitable, and he scored a then record 12 tries in his second season. That same year, 1997, at the age of 24, he made his All Blacks Test debut, scoring a try in a big win over Fiji at Albany. Over the next decade, he would become one of the most influential figures in Wellington, Hurricanes and All Blacks rugby. He won the Kelvin Tremaine Memorial Trophy for New Zealand Rugby Player of the Year in 2000, helping the Lions to that famous NPC victory. He played 79 games for the All Blacks, including 74 Test matches, scoring 37 tries. He played on both wings, at second five, but most notably at centre. In a test against Wales in Hamilton 18 years ago this week, Welsh forward Colin Charvis was knocked out by a ferocious tackle. While play continued, he stopped to make sure Charvis was put into the recovery position, earning widespread acclaim and the prestigious Pierre de Coubertin Medal for his sportsmanship. At the start of 2004, he became the first New Zealand Pacific Islander to captain the All Blacks, which he did on 21 occasions for 19 wins. In 2005, he was inspirational in a 3-0 series victory over the touring British and Irish Lions, a Tri-Nations Championship and a Northern Hemisphere Grand Slam. That year, 2005, he was shortlisted for the IRB International Player of the Year award, and it was to be his All Blacks swan song as he announced his international retirement shortly afterwards. In the 2006 Queen's Birthday Honours, he was appointed an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit for his services to rugby. He played another 2 seasons with the Hurricanes, becoming the side's first Centurion, and eventually played 122 games for the franchise, scoring 47 tries. He also had 1 more season with Wellington, playing his 100th and final match for the Lions in August of 2007. Spent a bit of time playing and coaching in France before returning home to play for Counties and briefly the Chiefs before officially retiring in 2011, having played 329 first-class matches, scoring 156 tries. He is truly one of our finest midfield backs and one of the great rugby ambassadors of all time. There's only one person with an aisle named after them at Sky Stadium, and there's only one player whose surname follows that famous chant, ooh, ah. It's an enormous pleasure to induct him into the Wellington Sports Legends tonight, the one and only Tana Umaga.
Thank you, Jason. And congratulations once again to Dwayne Cale, Lynette Brookie, Olivia Baker and Tana Umaga. I want to say a few personal words about Dwayne Cale. Tonight's inductees into the Hall of Fame, like every year, is a really special moment at these awards. What's really significant tonight is that Dwayne is the first Paralympian to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. For me personally, and for Paralympic athletes around New Zealand, this is really important. I'm the chef de mission leading our team to the Tokyo Paralympic Games later this year, and I am reminded that Dwayne was my chef de mission at the Beijing Games. Paralympians of my generation and those of today stand on the shoulders of giants like Dwayne. I want to thank you, Dwayne, for all that you have done and continue to do to create and advocate for equity in sport for all Paralympians worldwide and here in Aotearoa. I salute you and I thank you for all that you have done for generations of Paralympic athletes and for those to come. Thank you, Dwayne.
Wonderful stuff, Paula. Yesterday afternoon, these legends had their plaques unveiled at the ASB Sports Centre in Kilburnie, celebrating their achievements alongside their fellow legends, 60 of them now. And you're welcome to view these plaques. They're on the mezzanine floor of the ASB Sports Centre, home of the Gibson Sheet Sports Legends of Wellington. You can see them during normal opening hours out at the ASB Sports Centre.
It gives me great pleasure now to welcome and introduce our keynote speaker. He needs little introduction here in Wellington. John Allen, Chief Executive of Wellington NZ, here for our keynote address this evening. Welcome, and I ask you to come to the stage, John Allen.
Tihei Māori ora, piki mai, kāki mai, hau mai te wai ora kia hau. E tuhe mangai, mo te Wellington NZ e mihi ake nei tēnā koutou, kia ora mai, tēnā koutou. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll be thinking, why on earth is this person coming up after those legends? But as you heard from Phil at the beginning, Nuku Ora have a broad remit, not just to celebrate the best in sport, and we're doing that tonight, but also to look after the people who need active interventions. And I think I'm here as the face and body of that need, recognising the breadth of their reach into the community. Can I say that it is awe-inspiring to be following that particular list of legends? Many of you I know will have, like me, been at Athletic Park in June, I think it was, 1999, when Tana was playing for the ABs against France. It was a pretty windy and wet day as I recollect it. He scored 3 tries in that particular game. It was an extraordinary victory for the ABs. I think it might have been their last test at Athletic Park, in fact. I was up in the Millard stand, as many were in those days, watching all of this. And that rippling chant, the umanga chant, just went round and round, as it's gone round and round stadiums all over this country and all over the world. And we know, as a consequence of all of that, and listening to those legends' stories, ladies and gentlemen, we know that this is a place where great sports people have lived. But this is not a place that rests on its laurels. It's not a place that looks backwards. And if you look at Paris and Ben, who've both been recognised tonight as the emerging talents and personalities of their generation, you can see young sports people who are taking it to the world. Their energy, their passion, their skill, their love of place and country, their teammanship, they are a real focus for this community. They are the face of this community going forward, and they give us all pride. The truth is that this place has always been a magnet for talent, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not just on the sports field. We've got filmmakers up in Otaki at Māoriland Film or down on the peninsula at Weta, standing on the shoulders of Peter Jackson and Richard Taylor, making great stories about Aotearoa and its future. Well, we've got technical and digital wizardry standing on the shoulders of Rod Drury and others who've gone before, who are making and creating new businesses, revolutionising the world. You know, these software as a service businesses from the CBD of Wellington, New Zealand, are taking on all of the major players. They're making breast screening technology that is world leading. They're creating digital apps that help restaurants order food and things of that kind remotely, which has been a great boon, as you can imagine, during COVID. They've been doing things like revolutionising hair salons around the world. A small business called Timely, operating in Blair Street, Wellington, just sold for about $100 million. These are really revolutionary businesses, ladies and gentlemen, and they're doing some fantastic things. So we've got great technical people, we've got great sports people, we've got great people of all kinds. We've got academics at our universities who are absolutely on fire. We've got manufacturers in the Hutt Valley who are absolutely on fire. Up in Upper Hutt, we've got Malcolm Gillies building the new CIS auditorium up there, which is going to be fantastic for our sports people. That's another huge ambition and a huge achievement for our community. Over in Porirua, we've got Ngāti Toa leading in new thinking about community building. Everywhere you go around our region, ladies and gentlemen, you can see us pushing forward. And yet there are people who say this place is not going anywhere, this place is not a happening place. So let me just tell you tonight that in the spirit of the people we have been celebrating, in the spirit of the history we have been recognising, they are wrong. This region is building great talent. This region is building great buildings. You just need to see all of the cranes right across our region. This region is creating great excitement. Just think of all the events that we've attracted. I mean, just the Phoenix coming into Wellington the other day, 24,000 people in the Sky Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might have missed 124 or so off the end of that. It was a great celebration of sport, a great celebration of talent, and a recognition of the passion that we have in this place for the people of this place who are successful. I simply tonight want to recognise everybody who has been listed as a success and have been recognised tonight. I want to say to you, to your whānau, to those who've supported you, to the coaches, the volunteers, everybody who's made this happen, just how extraordinarily proud and grateful we as a community are. I want to recognise Nukuora because, frankly, earlier today you would not have believed that we were going to have this event. You know, this is an incredible community that we have. It's built on talent, it's built on passion, it's built on coffee, it's built on craft beer. It's built on all the building blocks of this place, our artists, our poets. And out of it, we have a wonderful, wonderful place to live. So let's celebrate our people, let's celebrate that talent, let's celebrate this wonderful community of Wellington and this region. And I want to stop with a poem. It's a short poem, it's by a poet called Anon. And it goes something like this. Come to the edge, it is too high. Come to the edge, we might fall. Come to the edge, and they came, and she pushed them. And they flew. And ladies and gentlemen, let me say to you tonight that the passion, the talent that we are celebrating here is what can enable us as a community to fly. We celebrate that. We recognise all of you. Thank you for the contribution that you all make to the success and the continuing prosperity of our region. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai, tēnā tātou katoa.
I love the way that John always adds so much enthusiasm and passion into his speaking, but also into everything that he does. We're lucky to have him leading Wellington NZ. It made us feel proud sitting here listening to you, John, to be a Wellingtonian. So thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're into the last leg of our journey now, with the final 6 award presentations. Up next, we have the Hire Master Team of the Year Award. Hire Master is proud to have been helping make events a success in Wellington and all around New Zealand for the past 52 years. Supporters of many community events and groups, Hire Master provides solutions for all of their customers' events requirements, utilising today's latest trends and innovations. The finalists for the 2021 Hire Master Team of the Year Award are Te Wānanga Orokawa Pulse, Team Wellington, Wellington Blaze, Wellington Firebirds and the Wellington Saints. And the winner is Te Wānanga o Raukawa Pulse.
Te Wānanga o Raukawa Pulse have shown their dominance in New Zealand netball over the past 2 years, winning back-to-back ANZ Premiership netball titles. In a competition centralised in Auckland, necessitating an arduous travel program under COVID-19 Alert Level 2 travel restrictions, with reduced game times and double-header weekends, the Pulse stood head and shoulders above the opposition, qualifying in first place before the round robin ended, and they won the final by 12 goals.
Congratulations to Te Wānanga o Raukawa Pulse, your Hire Master Team of the Year for 2021.
We move to the Villa Maria Coach of the Year award. Villa Maria are privileged to be able to be associated with such an amazing awards category tonight. Villa Maria's vision is to share the very best of New Zealand wine nationally and to the world through stories, imagery and quality. 60 years of improving, trialling and challenging themselves to meet and exceed their customers' expectations have allowed them to be recognised as New Zealand's most awarded winery. The finalists in the Villa Maria Coach of the Year award for 2021 are Gary Hollywood, swimming, Glenn Pocknell, cricket, Hilton Parker, stock car, Matthew Lane, golf, Paul Hanare, basketball, and Scott Hales, football. The Villa Maria Coach of the Year for 2021 is Gary Hollywood.
Gary Hollywood coaches the top Wellington Regional Swimming Squad at Capital Swimming Club, bringing over 30 years of coaching experience. All of his highest performing swimmers have achieved personal bests in regional events, and the club as a whole set 6 Wellington relay records at the 2021 Swimming Nationals. Gary's achievements have led him to being named as a Swimming New Zealand coach for the Tokyo Olympic Games.
Huge congratulations to Gary Hollywood. He is your Villa Maria Coach of the Year for 2021.
The next award we have tonight is the Holdsworth Charitable Trust Disabled Sportsperson of the Year Award. The finalists are Corin Hanning, athletics, Erin Knox, swimming, Greg Reed, shooting, Joshua Taylor, athletics and cross country. And the winner is Corin Hanning.
Corin was selected in the New Zealand secondary school team after winning 2 golds, 2 silvers and 2 bronzes and breaking 3 New Zealand records at the New Zealand Secondary School 2020 Athletics Nationals. At just 17 years old, he's showing great promise across shot put, discus and javelin, and was deservedly named College Sport Wellington Disabled Athlete of the Year and Athletics Wellington Para-Athlete of the Year in 2020.
Congratulations to Corin Hanning, your Disabled Sportsperson of the Year for 2021.
It's time now for the Craig's Investment Partners Sportswoman of the Year Award. For 2021, Craig's Investment Partners are experienced financial advisors who partner with clients to help them set and achieve their financial goals. Their partnership's very much like an athlete-coach partnership on a sporting journey. Every Craig's Investment Partners client works with their advisor on an investment journey. The finalists for the Craig's Investment Partners Sportswoman of the Year Award are Amelia Kerr for cricket, Amelia Ann Ekanasio, netball, Dare Chung, golf, Elizabeth Ross, rowing, Jackie Kiddle for rowing, and Sophie Devine, cricket. The Craig's Investment Partners Sportswoman of the Year is Amelia Ann Ekanasio.
Amelia Ann was a key part of the Silver Ferns 2019 World Cup winning squad before coming captain of the Te Wānanga Orokawa Central Pulse and Silver Ferns in 2020 and 2021, leading the Pulse to back-to-back championships and the Silver Ferns to a Constellation Cup Series win over Australia. Along with being an outstanding athlete, Amelia Ann is an advocate for the importance of addressing mental health challenges and supporting women's health.
Congratulations to Amelia Ann Ignacio, your Craig's Investment Partners Sportswoman of the Year for 2021.
It's now time for the Kapura Sportsman of the Year award. For 15 years, Kapura have been serving our communities with sponsorships, fundraising and championing good local causes. In the process, they've donated over $5 million to local charities and fundraising initiatives. The Kapura venues and their people are empowered to be part of their community and are encouraged to help support activities that will help the Wellington region thrive. That's why their kaupapa is to support you. The finalists for the Kapura Wine Sportsman of the Year award are Alex Sims, Gymnastics, Ardi Savia, Rugby, Devon Conway, Cricket, Josh Jr., Sailing, Lewis Clareburt, Swimming, Marcus Daniel, Tennis. And the winner is Josh Jr.
Josh was the first New Zealander to win the Finn Gold Cup back in December of 2019 in Melbourne. He was named Orbit World Travel Sailor of the Year and Chic Male Sailor of the Year at the 2020 Volvo Yachting Excellence Awards. His role as offside control on board Te Ruatai was hugely important as part of the Emirates Team New Zealand crew, playing a key role in capturing the 2021 America's Cup.
Congratulations, Josh Jr., your Sportsman of the Year for 2021.
We're nearly there, folks. It's time for the Dominion Post Supreme Award now for 2021. The Dominion Post were delighted to be able to sponsor tonight's awards. Since returning to New Zealand ownership a year ago, they've made it their mission to do their bit to make Wellington and Aotearoa as a whole a better place. Telling the positive stories and celebrating our sports stars is exactly the kind of thing that they want to be doing. And while they're disappointed that this event couldn't happen here in person tonight, they are certainly cheering for you. Let's look back now and recognise our award winners from this evening. The Dominion Post Supreme Award winner is going to be one of those 11 on your screen right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dominion Post Supreme Sports Award winner for 2021 is Amelia Ann Ignacio. Huge congratulations to Amelia Ann Ignacio, our Sportswoman of the Year tonight, and also the Dominion Post Supreme Award winner for 2021. Congratulations to you, Amelia Ann. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight in unusual and unpredictable circumstances. What a fantastic celebration of sport and recreation. A huge thank you to all of our sponsors, without who this event simply could not continue. And as Phil mentioned at the start, it is our intent in the near future to bring all of the winners together to acknowledge their achievements, and details on this will follow.
Congratulations to all of the finalists and winners tonight. And a very special congratulations to your 2021 Supreme winner, Amelia Ann Ignacio. We wish all of the athletes in this region heading to the Paralympic Games and Olympic Games and all other pinnacle events this year the best of luck. It has been our pleasure to bring to you the 2021 Dominion Post Sport and Recreation Awards presented by Nuku Ora. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou katoa, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.